signs I'm calling, more pounds and sterling, cause I need more money. Wake up in the morning, thank God this morning, and ask God for money, cause they don't know what I'm on, but me I know what I'm on. As I go, got me and my soul, people waiting for me, just protect my family and the ones on the road, guiding along, where we make this money. Feel so cool, so I did for my soul. Energy, don't keep my energy. Many things with it bother me. Energy, don't keep my energy. Many things with it bother me. I'm not looking for, kinda believe on Jackos, but it goes off the problem. I don't wanna lose my conscience. We gon' show me who's it. Long time I lose my sleep. Family needs some cheese. I don't wanna lose my conscience. As I go, got me and my soul. People waiting for me, just protect my family and the ones on the road, guiding along, where we make this money. Feel so cool, so I did for my soul. Energy, don't keep my energy. Many things with it bother me. Energy, don't keep my energy. Many things with it bother me.
Good. Peace, what's up? I'm late, but better late than never. Um, I have to say thank you because I know that whoever will come on here is a divine being. The only people that gravitates towards here are those from the divine realm. If you're watching this, you are a divine being. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and set your notifications because I'm gonna be revealing secrets that have been hidden forever. These are secrets that nobody else knows about or capable of even being safe to speak on. I am protected by the Most High. I am a high priestess. I am the most powerful being here on the face of this earth, and that no one will dare to call me a liar. Calling me a liar can result in death. Um, and you won't be able to sacrifice anyone whatsoever in replace because this right here is a time when our creator, the creator of all things in existence that ever was and ever will be, God, the God of gods, the Lord of lords, where we're not playing no games anymore. There's no time to pacify anybody's emotions or we're at war. And there is no way that anyone can win against the divine. There are realms beyond this world, dimensions beyond this world, beings beyond this world who have all come together and that are locked and loaded to fight against the evil of this world. The ones that have been making us all so low vibrational, putting us in impoverished situations. They made it almost impossible to even have a livable income because they want to try to do whatever to keep us in a low vibrational state. Now the tables are turning and you're seeing the year of judgment. So there is a karmic debt that no longer will be acceptable because of the unfair nature of what they've been doing, such as sacrificing children and animals and all that stuff like that that they've been doing. They've been doing a lot of stuff that is just so heinous and so evil and so diabolical to the point where our creator said that all bets are off. No one is no longer allowed to believe that they can offset their karmic debt by making someone else pay for what they have been through. And all the curses that were on divine beings have been broken. And that is the order of God. That divine beings are no longer have to feel like they're not protected, that they're not. You just got to understand what blind faith is and understand that there's no such thing as you can't. With God, anything is possible. So you have to stay into that mindset because God is going to make a way. No matter what you do, God is going to find a way. Just know that to be true. And God will show you the power that he possesses because God is almighty and capable of everything. And there's no black hole that they can suck us down in. There is no poison that they can feed you or black magic spell to put on you to keep you in poverty any longer because there's no way that a divine being was in poverty or struggling or having to have a need for money unless there was some kind of curse placed on them when they were a child. They would rip us of our innocence early, put us in the most unbearable, unlivable conditions under the pretenses that it would keep us from being able to expand our consciousness, elevate ourselves out of that black hole, and allow one of us to be able to reach um, our heightened sense of awareness enough to know that we needed to call on our Father because they were using satellites and using all kinds of materials like space stations and all that. All those space stations and all those satellites were used to send out back to the divine realm energy signatures from divine beings saying that we don't want to come back home, that everything was fine, that the emperor and empress have everything that they desire, they have their home because they were using royal families, were siphoning the energies of divine beings and playing our part. They were wearing our jewelry, they were soaking their garments in our blood and everything to just mimic our energy signature so the creator would believe, or they thought the creator was under the belief that they were getting away with it. What they didn't understand is that God sees everything. There was nothing that God didn't see, including the fact that He is the oxygen that they breathe here. And that it was necessary when I got here for them to try to trap me because when they did, and I got out of my Merkaba, which is those orbs you see, I put a lock around this entire firmament. That lock around the firmament was to prevent them from escaping because something told me when I got out my ship that I would be in jeopardy before they cut my head off. Yeshua was mummified millions of years ago. They made it seem like that each year was 1 year here, and it's not. Time is going so fast here that you believe that it was 1 year, and each year is like 100,000 years. Each year is 1,000,000 years. Each year that you're here is 1,000,000 years. They tried to s- throw us off with time. They tried to throw us off with the light to dark. They've been trying to throw us off with the calendar. They've been trying to throw us off with the poison that they're feeding us. The majority of the food in America is poisoned. They have this powdery substance that they usually use to kill rats. That poison is placed in all foods in America. They put that in the foods to prevent divine beings and beings from other realms that are also here, not just divine beings are here. There are less than 144,000 divine beings here, but a lot of the beings that are here were those who came to try to help to help the divine beings escape from out of this hell, and they got trapped here too, and they got poisoned, and they were told to disengage their weapons when they got here. Everything was fine. They were sending energy signatures out. Neptune, Pluto, Uranus, Venus, and stuff like that are not what you think it is. Those are cloaking devices to make the evil here believe that these places were inhabitable. That was a way for them to protect themselves, but they are inhabited, and they're part of the Galactic Federation. That's what the Galactic Federation is made of. And our Father, the creator of all things in existence that ever was and ever will be, is already on his way here and will be here soon. I'm only going to be on for a minute. I'll be back on later, but I came on to tell you guys that as my Father gets closer into this galaxy, everyone will go into a slumber because you are in a dream state now. This is not reality. This is a dream. We will go to sleep, but our sleep state is the way that our bodies are extracted. Our spirit, our star is extracted out of here. Nobody has to wait to open up their consciousness, elevate. We're not about to have a new earth. We're not about to, divine beings are not about to create a heaven on this earth. It's not going to fucking happen. We're not about to create a new world. That's not going to happen. We already have a place to go. So why would we need to create anything here? And as far as I'm saying that heaven is inside of us, the GPS coordinates are inside of us innately. And they were trying to get us to give them up the coordinates of where our Father was, and it ain't happening. So as our Father approaches our galaxy, because he's coming from the nothing, behind the nothing, there are millions of motherships that are 20 to 100 miles long. 100-mile long mothership, millions of them, because they're coming from other realms and galaxies and universes and planetary systems and start like it is because they try to kill the creator of everything in existence that ever was and ever will be, his only daughter. And they killed his son. When they killed my brother, they dropped us down into a black hole, and they thought that my father would not get the signal, or but what my father didn't know was that this was going on only because they had us in a black hole and they were using the satellites to send signatures back. But my father did know, but I broke a universal law when I got here, hence why it was like his hands was tied with, but he had faith that I would wake up. And when I woke up, it was necessary for them, the lizards, to break a universal law in order for all bets to be off. The the grays and the lizards, when the lizards came here, were to work together against the divine beings in other realms. The lizards and grays were going to team up. But the lizards betrayed the grays by poisoning them too and putting them in a dream state to control them. Once the grays realized that, once the lizards realized that the grays were trying to find a way while they were here to not only make the best of it, but they were capitalizing and getting ahead, the lizards felt not only betrayed, but the lizards, the Grays figured out that the lizard wasn't shit because they were trapping all kinds of people that was coming here from different, all kind of extraterrestrials that was coming here from different realms and stuff. So now they realized that they were just a pawn in the game to get the divine beings. There were at least four divine beings that came here, and they was sending messages back to my father that everything was fine and nobody wanted to come back. They were coming to visit and going back to my father and making things seem like everything was fine. So with these four beings, the last time they left, they never came back. And that brought about suspicion. Even though you understand that it's been millions of years, all right, the millions of years, if each year is a million years to the way that the clock is really set, then you will understand that we've been here for a long time, a long time. And on top of that, that's why they shortened the calendar too. So we would lose track of that. But my father's almost here. Do not trust anyone. Do not trust anyone. We are not staying here. We're not creating a new world. We're not doing that. When my father comes here, everybody's going to fall asleep. You will be automatically lifted out of your body and transported into your Merkaba. When you get in your Merkaba, there will be massive amounts of surgical procedures on you to extract not only data, but to extract out of you any parasitical and toxic materials and all that stuff, anything that is within your divine system. And you will be a new layer that we usually have will be, because we have new layers that were updated. You'll get a new layer. We're going to a promised land that was promised to us. The Merkabas will be uploaded onto the motherships. There are many different physicians from our realm and every possible resource that is necessary to help all divine beings to come out of this hell that we're trapped in. And the information uploaded when you know the truth will be devastating and almost traumatizing to the divine system when you realize that the men were trapped here and that the women came here to get our men. Some of the women are back with their kingdom spouses, but they're not necessarily awakened. They might be having some tumultuous or troublesome times, but they've been making it. God wants everyone to know He's on the way here. There is no secret. It doesn't matter if you know when or you don't know when. Just know that He will be here soon, sooner than they think. And there's nothing they can do. They cannot leave. They cannot put a bomb to break the firmament. No matter how hard they try to get out of here, my job was to ensure that they didn't. And I am the Grim Reaper. Call me a liar. You might die because that's what we're dealing with right now. All of this going and wanting 3D stuff in the 3D world and stuff, divine beings don't care about shit like that. We will never care about this materialistic world that was created by a devil. I have so many truths to reveal that will happen over time, but just know right now, the only thing that you need to do is have trust and faith in God. Stay out of the church. They will put a black magic spell. There is nothing in the church but demons. Religion is demonic. It separates people. It separates divine beings. It causes confusion. It created wars. It created slavery. Religion is nothing but the devil. There is only one God, one religion, and that religion is God. There are going to be a lot of people who get sick. There are a lot of people that are going to have car accidents. There are going to be a lot of people who die. And 2025 will be the year of massive deaths. They cannot escape. The people that you so called loved and you thought was your family are demons. If you don't believe me, all divine beings have a gift to talk to their father right now. It don't matter if you pick this up. I could pick this up. Oh, hell. You could pick up your headphones and just hold them like this. Were divine beings stolen at birth and placed into covens with witches and warlocks? It don't matter Our Father is so close. Our Father is so close now that you can talk directly to him. You can ask your Father anything you want to. You are protected by the Most High. The Galactic Federation is heavily guarding you. Your archangels, your ancestors, you're heavily guarded. There's nothing that nobody can do to you to tell your truth about what you experience of the abuse you experienced growing up as a child. It doesn't matter what you pick up. You could pick up anything. Let me find something to pick up. You could pick up anything because God is almighty. You could pick up anything. It's a cheap necklace. I got a rainbow. See this? You could talk to the creator. I can talk to the creator of all things in existence that ever was and ever will be, just like this. You will permit all divine beings to be able to communicate with you like this and get answers. They need to know the truth. The truth is devastating, heart wrenching, unimaginable, unfathomable. The lie is so deep that if you know the truth, like me when I found out the truth, I was screaming. I was screaming, like, God, get me. When I woke up, and my father said, I'm coming. He's coming to get you. He's coming to get us. But you are a divine being. We're not here. This is not a fucking school. This is inhumane. There's no way that our Father who loves you that much would send you here to suffer and be raped and be beaten, be abused and be neglected, be fucking this one or that one, and all the single parents and all the single moms and the child support and trying to struggle and pay bills. Now, our birthright is abundance. Our birthright is to sit like kings and queens and to have everything that we desire and want. It is less than 144,000 divine beings here. That lets you know how small of a population we are, and we do not procreate here. Yeshua is here, and my brother is going to fuck them up for what they did to his little sister. Because when I got here, you can ask your little string thing. It don't matter what you use, get any necklace. But if you don't trust your intuition or you don't know how your intuition works, ask God. Ask your higher self. You could talk to your higher self. You could talk to anybody who died that you know. You could talk to anybody that you know that if they're divine. But more likely, if they died, they were energy signatures that were sent from the divine realm that they took out because they were southern nodes, which was actually the way that God had it to get information back. Hence why he found out. But they know that it takes a while to come over 90 million light years away. So my ship, the mothership, my ship that I came in is sitting over my house. It goes wherever I go. All right. So I have the ship with the beings that are here. The ship is with me. When my father gets here, everyone's Merkaba will land down. So and their body, you will be extracted out of this meat suit. The we cannot drop the ship down any further than where it is or your Merkabas because it's highly radioactive and it will kill you. You will sizzle and fry like fried chicken. So for your safety is the we try to get some of the ones that are awakened enough their Merkabas follow you. So if there's a star above your house, a bright star, that's your ship that you came in. When you got out, you had your wings, um which were so you do have wings. but you don't look like what they think. You know what I'm saying? We look a little bit weird. We're weird looking or whatever, but to them or whatever, but we are divine. And some of our people sold out Yeshua. It wasn't one person, it was at least four of them who worked with the lizards because they wanted power and stuff down here, that they were willing to trade off the creator's son. And then they tried to create a clone using a white man who was a demon to be sacrificed on a cross. You know how they hold the cross up to against the devil? They knew that that cross was a mockery and repellent, that Yeshua would not go near that cross. That's why in America, all along the lines are crosses. That was to prevent them from coming down. But since we've been here long enough, we've been able to transmute that. So that does not affect us like it used to by holding us down and keeping us low vibrational. They also was using this. This is an amethyst. The amethyst was what they used to wrap around my brother in a net to capture him. The men that were here disengaged their weapons only because they had said that they were going to kill my brother, which they eventually end up doing anyway. But hope we don't die. So that tells you something else. We transmuted this. As you see, I'm holding it and it doesn't do shit anymore because over time we were able to form a tolerance, but it required us to go into a dark energy that we never had before. In order to be able to not be weakened by like like a kryptonite. Like it was like kryptonite. Amethyst was like kryptonite to us or whatever. But now that don't work. Don't shit they try to do. Death magic don't work on you no more. Poisoning you with rat poison that don't work no more. There's nothing that they can do to kill you anymore. There's nothing. They can't if they try to come, say they try to hit you with a car, that same car will run into a fucking pole. But you see people that are struggling, stressing, going through something sick, or got issues, either the spell work being done on them. And if spell work can be done on them, that means that they are a demon who failed at their job and that shit backfire. But there's no divine beings currently that will be sick. There's no divine beings that are capable of dying. So if anybody's dying, sick, getting some bad shit happen to them, it's the backfire from someone doing some fucked up shit or talking behind your back or saying something negative. Because God said that anything that you said negative about a divine being, that shit is coming back to you. And anyone that calls me a liar is going to die. That's how bad that this shit is right now. Because there's no games. Because this is a war. And that's just what it is. I'm gonna come back on later. Any questions that you have, any tough questions you want to know about anything, you can either ask me or if you have that divine right, pick up any string. I could pick this up. This is my cord, my cable cord. See that? This is just a freaking cable cord. Have I told the truth about everything? It says, hello, love. How are you been doing today? I'm doing fine, Jordan. Thank you for asking. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and put your notifications on. I'm going to come back on later. I have secrets that have never been revealed to the world. I am the keeper of the hidden knowledge, and I have access to the Akashi records that no one has access to but me and my father. It's hidden knowledge that everybody has been trying to access, but they cannot access. Am I the keeper of all secrets? Don't I have access to the Akashi records that is hidden from everybody? No one can access this part of the Akashi records but me. I ain't doing shit more. Okay. So there's questions that you can ask the creator about yourself, about your family, about the people that you know, the things that you thought maybe, because if you're a divine being, you were not with your real family. Your real parents were killed. If you're a divine being, you were poisoned since you was a child. If you're a divine being, you probably experienced sexual abuse or some kind of physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, or something like that. If you're a divine being, you were placed into relationships with people who would breadcrumb you. You were placed in relationships that seem to be promising and then heart-wrenching betrayal. If you're a divine being, you've been struggling your whole entire life, no matter what you do, but you keep going and you persevered through all kinds of adversities and everything. For some reason, you knew that there was something that kept on pushing you and kept on getting you ahead and keeping you sustaining yourself somehow. It is the glory of God that kept you going. It was the love of God that kept you going. It was God when you knew that when all else failed, that you knew that God was always there trying to make a way. And as much as he was limited with well, my father was limited with the capabilities of what they thought to do, he still managed. And God is not just a father, you have a mother too. Okay. So, but we are not from here, and your mom and dad are not your real mom and dad. You have a real father and mother that loves you a lot, and they don't play about you. And anybody standing in your way now or do anything is facing death. This is not a game. This is not a joke, and this is something that I hate to have to bring to you. The Greys and the Lizards are no longer working together. They're at war. On top of them being at war, you better be thankful that Trump is where he is and it's not Biden, because the lizards and the grays don't work together no more. But there was an agreement with the grays. The grays have to make sure and ensure that the divine beings that are here get their inheritance and are cared for properly until my father arrives. There is no harm that's going to come to you, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Talk to your creator, your father. Thank him for allowing you to see another day and to keep you safe, and has protected you when you were in south of your node. Because south in your node, they were able to siphon your energy, do destiny swaps, and all kinds of shit. They were sacrificing. A lot of divine beings lost a lot of babies. Those babies were not killed. They killed those children. It wasn't a miscarriage. It was spell work. If you got a ultrasound, they told you didn't have a heartbeat. They were lying. They did that so they can extract your child and eat it, because that's how evil. You're here in a place with monsters. Monsters. When you wake up, it's going to be devastating. So it's important that my father protect you from understanding and knowing what you went through, especially the men, because the men were here first and the women came. We came on my ship, all the women. I brought the women here. But when I got here, I killed over 1 million people looking for my husband and looking for Yeshua, because my brother is a good man. And my brother don't play about me, and he loves y'all to death. And for them to do what they did, and then when they got me, my brother had to watch them cut my head off. Then my husband had to watch them skin and drain my brother's blood out. That's what they was doing to Yeshua, skinning him alive. Because like this shit is fucked up. Like these are evil, diabolical. You're in hell, you're sleeping, you're in a slumber. They put us in a slumber. And we're not the only ones that are here. There's people from Jupiter, Neptune, Venus, Uranus, Pluto. What they tell you about this being a gas giant and this Mercury and this and that. Those are cloaking devices to keep them from believing that these planets are habitable. Because if they knew that the planets were habitable, they would have tried to go and siphon the energy from those. Those are other divine beings. They're extraterrestrial. They just don't look like us. All right. But I'll tell you this, we are beyond the book of Revelation at this point. You are in a matrix and you're about to come out of here. As my father gets closer, you'll know, because you'll start getting more tired and you'll start eventually going into a sleep state. But the sleep state is not the actual sleep state, it's you waking up, because we are currently in a sleep state right now. You are asleep. All right. Our bodies are somewhere else. And shit is gonna be it's listen, for me to even know the truth and the keeper of the hidden knowledge, they were trying to act like others carried or possessed this hidden knowledge, and then they would create this book of spells, which is the Bible, is a book of spells. Don't read that shit. Um, to try to get you to cast spells because we're divine beings. They thought that we would be able to manifest our father into this realm or be able to manifest him where they can attack him. They were trying to defeat God. That's crazy because my father doesn't sit in this realm at all. He sits in the nothing, be outside of the matrix. And he's been here the whole time. But once we are out of here and everybody from Jupiter, Venus, they all lined up. They're coming to get their people too. Everybody that was imprisoned here and put into a slumber and sleep state are going to be or leave. The ones responsible, they've been trying to break the firmament, and that's why they be putting. That's why if you see like the cloudy skies and the fog and shit, it's because they're trying to hide them, trying to blow up the. That's why there's radiation, a lot of radiation in the air. So what you see in the fog is fallout. It's radioactive flakes from them trying to blow up the firmament. So when you see fog, please go inside, shut your windows and everything, and you might want to get something to help you with radiation poisoning and stuff because where you're at is fallout. That's what it is. It's because they're trying to blow up the firmament, and that ain't no shit that I would know. Somebody's telling me that because God tells me everything. Talk to him. Get on. Just pick up any string, anything. You'll be able to speak to him. Only divine beings will be able to. And any other demon that attempts to try to do that, my father will lock on them and kill them. So they can try it if they want to. But it's just going to track them down. And they're going to eventually, you're going to see a lot of people having heart attacks. Anybody that tries to do what you do, as far as them picking up like this, if they're not a divine being that does this, they will be tracked on, and my father will kill them because this is not. And my father said that's a fact. All right, because they lied to you. They lied to you so bad. And my father realizes what we went through. He is getting here as fast as he can. But there is a galactic federation here already, and there's boots on the ground already. They're negotiating with the Greys because now the Greys realize that they were betrayed too and they are in a slumber. So the Greys are just realizing that they were put into a slumber too by these lizards. And now they want blood too. So I will be back on later. I got to run out. I got some shit to do. But when I get back, think about the questions you have or pick up something and talk to your father. It is safe. Can't nobody interrupt that. Can't no demon get into the line or connection with God. The Galactic Federation is heavily guarding all divine beings. There's less than 144,000 of you guys here. Don't let nobody tell you shit. Anything you want to know, pick up the phone. In a sense, pick up and talk to your father. I love you guys. I'll be back and you guys are safe.
Yo, I am out here. Yo, I am out here. These are big moves when I'm out here. A blessing of the heading, but I don't care. Cause I've been on the road getting on my bus yet. I pay the price, sacrifice to get up, yeah. Don't try me, yo, cause if you don't, we go put you in an ambulance. On job for the money, niggas scrapping up. We put our trust on nobody, only job we trust. Ja, ja, ja. I love my knees when I pray to God. The one the road, but the journey long. Nobody know, but I face it all. Only lonely road, slowly at the top. I love my knees when I pray to God. The one the road, but the journey long. Nobody know, but I face it all. Slowly at the road, slowly when I'm out, yeah. Even when the tide don't go against me, boys, I'm by my side. I know why I'm out here. Money in my mind, and I'm thankful that I see the light. I know why I'm out here. Even when the tide don't go against me, boys, I'm by my side. I know why I'm out here. I know why I know why I know why I'm out here. I'm a loco, them go know the logo. When I enter for echo, I they grind on solo. And in Kaluba I see a touch of a look. Cause some days head born I got Babululu. You're the dog of my life, no can mistake me for a gem. Face innocent, I need to face a good life. Swear down so many times, so my problems me alive. For me auntie she phobia, put them man on it up. So I dey bust the rhyme. I don't rise, me I got to shine. Me I go hard, no go talk to grind. Everything rhyme, so the vibe divine. So the vibe divine, so I dey bust the rhyme. I don't rise, me I got to shine. Me I go hard, no go dirty grind. Everything rhyme, so the vibe divine. So the vibe divine. Oh, I'm out here. Even when I fall like a rise, you're deep by my side. I know why I'm out here. And the people talk what I like, want them no because. I know why I'm out here. I know if you send them talk, now they get your mouth. I know why I'm out here. I know why I'm out here. Know why I'm out here. Even when the time go against me, boys are by my side. Money in my mind and I think for that I see the light.